let's head on over to the deck garden. Let me show you what is going on right now.
Hey guys, Lani here from Gingerbread Garden. So in today's video, I want to do a final garden tour before I actually start moving things around. So at the moment, we're getting close to the end of October. There's a lot of things that needs to move inside the house and also some things that needs to be cleaned up. And I'm working on the cleaning part, but that usually is the last thing that I do for the garden. But for the meantime, one of the main things that I do is to prioritize bringing in some of the plants that I need to overwinter. I don't overwinter all of the plants, but I prioritize the ones that are frost sensitive, including the citrus plants. So let's check out what else is growing here. I have this vertical planter from Greenstock, and that's gonna stay there. I still have to clean this out one up. I'm gonna try to improve the soil that I have used for this planter because I feel like these are quite dense. I still really gotta do better when it comes to cutting these runners. I have cut it a couple of weeks ago, and then look at this again. But anyways, this is the moringa tree that I need to overwinter. And if you guys have watched my video last time, so this is what it looked like now. I have been able to up pat this one to this container. This is probably about 8 to 10 gallon. I'm not really sure, but I'm glad I was able to transplant this one. So far, as you can tell, there's really no damage in so far. It looks fine. But what I'm gonna do with this moringa is actually I'm going to cut it somewhere maybe around here to maybe right there. I'm going to cut it just because it has to fit inside the house. Two things that I could do with this one, I could honestly just let go of this plant and plant one next year, but I want to try it. So anyway, so I have this Asiatic lily. It looks like it's getting close to dormancy. And this is the laurel plant that I also am going to overwinter inside. So I'm going to cut this one. This is carnation, and I'm going to be cutting that off. This one is the fig tree. It's called Chicago Hardy. So I'm suspecting that this one should be able to do fine out here. And right now, honestly, it doesn't look very pretty. I guess because it's preparing for dormancy. Like what I have mentioned earlier, I'm going to find a way to protect it. I'm gonna put some mulch in there, thick mulch, to be able to, give it more protection from the cold weather. These ones I'm gonna be getting rid of, so they'll stay out here. As you can see, the leaves are really yellowing. The roots are not looking good at all because the raccoons have messed those up. These ones are still the strawberries, of course. They're the ones who would go dormant around November, December. But I think I actually need to refresh the soil. Hopefully I could do it this year. If not, they're gonna try to it again in the spring. But yeah, those are the strawberries. Those are as well. Some of them I'm really gonna be. I need to get rid of some of them because some of them never or hardly produce at all. Thinking of getting the variety called Purple Wonder, don't, because I hardly get anything from this thing. This is supposed to be a June bearing strawberry, but there's really nothing purple in it. It's like there's probably a very little tinge of purpleness to the fruit, but it's not something special. And if anything else, it hardly produced for me. So don't even bother getting this variety at all if you guys are wondering about this variety. This one is the pine berry. This one produced little fruits for me. They produce so much runners. The fruit was, I have really not grown anything that is big enough for me to call it very satisfactory. So I'm not super impressed, I would say. But this is the pink variety. That one, I might have to transplant some of the runners because this one have not really produced much for me. I grew that one from seeds, by the way. But this one is one of the most prolific ones for me. I believe this is the Montana. So seascapes and Montana varieties are the ones that do really well for me. So those are the ones that I like harvesting. So these ones looks like actually one of my garlic already started popping up. Look at that. Yeah, so that one is the silver white variety, which is a soft neck. Some of them started. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, but some of them already started popping up. Right. That's quite exciting. And this is my volunteer. That is my volunteer. Um, what do you call this? Carrots. I couldn't name it. My volunteer carrots. And are my right here are my marigolds. This time of year, they look so prolific. I think I'm not sure if it's because this time of year is when they get a lot more sunlight. But in the fall, it's like they bloom the best in the fall. I don't know if it has something to do with the color or whatever, but it's just perfect for the fall. I love these flowers, and as you can see, I have a lot of seeds in here that I can harvest, which is pretty cool. But honestly, I am quite lazy with some of these ones. I would leave them on top of any of the planters, and I would let them over winter, and just whatever it is that pop up or germinate, they will be the one that I'll be transplanting anywhere else in the garden. And these two are among the marigold that I've transplanted from somewhere else, and they are the ones that popped out from from some of the planters. I believe I got it from one of these planters, one of them. Yeah, so that's the cool thing about just kind of letting nature do its thing. And this one is where I have grown some of my tomatoes. These are three varieties. So I have harvested them once our temperature dipped into 30s and 40s. So actually 50s and 40s. I didn't even wait until 30s. But as you can see, I have missed a few of them. I'm gonna be harvesting them. I may attempt to make some green tomato relish and um, pickled green tomatoes because my brother and sister-in-law loves them. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm also gonna have to take these planters and trellis or plant support down. So these are the plants that I need to bring inside. These two are both calamansi, but this is the variegated, and this is my lemon lemonade, which is super expensive variety of citrus. And yeah, these two are the blueberry top hat blueberries. And as you can see, it has that um, volunteer tomato. I'm not sure what variety is that. So apparently, we got so many volunteer tomatoes out here, but I'm still thinking if I should or should not do that because to be honest, I have a ton of tomatoes inside, and I have harvested a lot this year. That questioning myself if I should even try to do that kind of stuff. I mean, if there's anything that I should if there's any tomato that I should overwinter, those are cuttings from one of those tomatoes, and I'm not sure if it's a hybrid or not because I may not be able to get the same plant. So I was thinking of getting some cuttings so that I could try to overwinter them for the next season and maybe keep the life of it keep going. But that's just a thought. But yeah, so as you can see, the top hat blueberries are already starting to become dormant. Mess in there right away. So I have here some of my garlic. I need to put this away. I just put it there temporarily because I need to find a better spot for those. But this is also another spot where I planted my garlic. So yeah, I have not seen this one pop up yet for some reason, but I may have planted this deeper. Well, yeah, we'll see. I'm quite excited. So this is the red scarlet tatsui from Park Seed. Um, I'm growing this in a half-gallon container. I've grown this one together with the other seedlings that I have, but they were nowhere as close to being harvested or getting close to this size, the ones that I have done there because I have just recently transplanted those. This ones I transplanted this sooner rather than later because I wanted to be able to harvest some sooner. And sure enough, so as you can see with those, I harvested some of the tatsoi already to use for one of the dishes that I have cooked the other day. And so far, as you can see, it's already starting to grow some new growth. And this one is called you can kind of call it cutting come again, but I don't really cut the whole thing. So I just take out or harvest the outer. So I just harvest the outer leaves and let the center part keep growing more leaves. and that's one of the way to maximize your harvest. So this is another red scarlet tatsoi. This one has to be put away, of course. This ones look like they are microgreens lettuce, but I this is what I do sometimes when I don't have a lot of time to grow a lot of things. I make something like this. So I just densely planted some lettuce in this very I couldn't even call it inexpensive because this is basically almost trash. But if you guys are resourceful and we're looking for ideas on how to grow on a budget, this is one of the things you could do. So do some sort of dense planting of some plant, and with this, after this stage, once I transplant these are gonna grow bigger and give you a better harvest of lettuce. But even at this stage, if you love microgreens, this is one way to do it. This is basically two two containers. Let me put that. So this is basically two containers. So I had the top one where I have the soil right there, and this is also the one that has drainage at the bottom. It's hard to tell, but there's that one. So there's that drainage on this one. That's where the soil is as well, and this one is to catch the the water. So at this setup, this is like a so this is like a self-watering setup. However, one of the reasons why I do it this way is because I can bring this inside the house. This one does not have a hole, so I can just bring it inside if I wanted to. But I actually brought it out here because I started it inside when it was a little bit warmer, and then I brought it outside so that it could get used to the sunlight. And once I am ready, I'm gonna be transplanting this once in a bigger container or in one of my raised beds so I could have a good harvest of lettuce. But at this point, at this stage, I could harvest this for like little micro green lettuce, and they're just as delicious. These are my chives, one of my favorite plants to grow in the garden because I use them a lot in cooking, and they're one of the most nutritious plants that you could grow. In the winter, these ones are going to be dormant. If we want to keep growing chives, you want to protect them in the winter. So I may find a way to cover these ones so that I could keep them growing just like this one and continue giving me some chives throughout the season. Alright guys, thank you for joining today's video. I hope you guys were able to enjoy a little bit of this garden tour. So this is really just random, but I wanted to make sure that I could show you guys what the garden look like right now because I am in the middle of trying to bring these plants inside the house so they could overwinter and just continue to grow all these plants. Some of them will be cleaned up. Some of them will be moved inside the house for overwintering to continue growing next year. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys were able to enjoy it. And let me know in the comment how's your garden going. If you guys are on Instagram, at Gingerfoot Garden, and also on Facebook and TikTok. I'm on all of those channels. And let me know in the comment if you guys want to connect and just holler and leave a comment or something so we could support and check each other out. All right, see you in the next one. Bye bye.